Your night routine is either building tomorrow's winner or creating tomorrow's disaster. And here's what's terrifying. Most people have no idea which one they're doing. Think about that for a second. Every single night, you're running some kind of ritual. Maybe you don't call it that. Maybe you think you're just winding down, just relaxing, just doing whatever. But you're training your brain either way. The only question is, are you training it for power or for chaos? Tonight, that changes. Tonight, we're building a night routine that makes you genuinely dangerous by morning. Not dangerous like violent or aggressive, dangerous like unstoppable. Like the obstacles that usually knock you sideways tomorrow won't even touch you. Like you'll wake up sharper, calmer, more focused, more capable than the person who went to bed. I know what your nights probably look like right now. Scrolling until your eyes burn, snacking on whatever's easy, replaying every awkward conversation from the last 5 years, then wondering why you wake up feeling like someone replaced your head with concrete while you slept. I've been there. For years, my nights were a complete mess and my mornings were crime scenes. I'd wake up already defeated, already behind, already exhausted before the day even started. But then I learned something that changed everything. Your day doesn't begin when you wake up. It begins the night before. Think about it like making a movie. The first scene you watch isn't where the work started. All the real preparation happened the day before, setting up lights, planning shots, getting everything ready. When you make your nights intentional, your mornings become inevitable. So listen, I'm talking to you like a friend right now, like someone who's been through this, figured it out, and is sitting across from you saying, hey, it's time. Because the version of you that crushes mornings isn't some distant fantasy. That person is already inside you, pacing back and forth, thinking, can we please stop messing around at night? I'm ready to show up. Let's make that happen. Here's something wild that most people never realize. Your brain doesn't shut down at night. It resets, it reorganizes, it literally washes itself like running a dishwasher cycle, getting ready for tomorrow. Think of it like your phone doing a software update while you sleep. But here's the problem. If you feed your brain chaos right before bed, it updates itself with chaos. That's why you can sleep 8 hours and still wake up exhausted. Your brain didn't actually rest. It spent all night cleaning up the digital garbage you dumped into it before you passed out. Your night routine determines whether your brain sleeps like a stressed-out manager trying to fix everyone's problems or like a monk preparing for battle. Now you might be wondering, what does any of this have to do with being dangerous? Everything. Dangerous people aren't dangerous because they're loud or aggressive. They're dangerous because they're clear, calm, sharp, unshakable. They've seen things, they've prepared, and they don't rattle easily. Every major player, athletes, world-class performers, top thinkers, they all share one silent skill that nobody talks about. They know how to end the day powerfully. Michael Jordan was obsessive about protecting his nights, not just for sleep, but for mental clarity. He understood something crucial. The worst thing an athlete can do is go to bed with a cluttered mind, because clutter becomes hesitation, and hesitation becomes mistakes on the court. One intentional night routine built legends. So yes, this matters more than you think. Now let's build your night routine. But I'm not going to lecture you with a checklist. This is a conversation, you and me figuring out something that actually works in real life. Nothing fancy, nothing performative, no moon water or upside-down meditation with Tibetan singing bowls. Just real, practical stuff that works. First, you need to slow down the noise. Your brain can't go from 100 to 0 like a car hitting a wall. It needs a ramp, a slope, time to decelerate. Most people spend their evenings scrolling, snacking, worrying, scrolling some more, then suddenly flipping the lights off and saying, okay, good night. And then they wonder why their mind is running marathons at 2 in the morning. When you throw a rock into a lake, the water doesn't instantly go still. The ripples take time to settle. Your brain works the same way. You need to create a slow-down zone, even just 10 minutes, where you switch from the outer world to your inner world. Dim the lights, stretch your body, sit and breathe. It doesn't even matter exactly what you do. What matters is that the noise of the world fades and you start to show up as yourself. Stillness is a weapon. Learn to use it. Next, you have to clean the mental table.
Going to sleep with a cluttered mind is like sitting down at a cafe table covered in someone else's crumbs and receipts. Your brain spends the whole night cleaning instead of actually restoring your power. So, before bed, tell your brain what stays and what goes. Say it out loud if you need to. Today is done. Here's what I'm carrying into tomorrow, and here's what I'm dropping right now. Your brain loves clear instructions. This one habit alone will save you years of anxiety disguised as deep thinking. The brain isn't tired because the day was long. It's tired because the day feels unfinished. Here's another game changer. Set tomorrow's first move tonight. Morning energy doesn't actually come from waking up early. It comes from waking up knowing exactly what your first step is. Decide on one clear action before you go to bed. Not a whole list, just one move, the first domino. When you remove decision fatigue before it even starts, you give yourself a massive advantage. And pay attention to the signals you're sending your brain. Your brain runs on cues. Bright lights tell it to stay alert. Screens tell it to stay awake. But warm, dim, quiet spaces signal that it's time to power down. Use patterns. Repeat the same cues every night. Soon, your brain will start preparing automatically. That's when you stop fighting your biology and start working with it. You also need to release the day. Don't drag today into tomorrow. Emotional leftovers, the regrets, the replayed conversations, the little annoyances, those things are heavier than actual work. Say to yourself, today happened. I honor it. I release it. You don't need to solve everything before bed. You just need to let it go. Put it all together and you've got the 10-minute reset. That's all this takes. 10 minutes. Stretch your body. Breathe deeply. Clear the mental table. Choose tomorrow's first move. Send those shutdown signals to your brain. This isn't just a routine. It's a reset button for your entire life. Listen, your future depends more on how you end your days than how you start them. Nights are the quiet architects of powerful mornings. A noisy night builds chaos. An intentional night builds clarity. And clarity is what makes you dangerous. Monks, samurais, CEOs, elite performers, they don't protect their evenings because they love routines. They do it because they love power. And a consistent night routine isn't really discipline, it's insurance. It's you guaranteeing that tomorrow's version of you shows up ready. Fix the night and the morning fixes itself. It's that simple. So here's the truth you need to accept. You don't need more alarms. You don't need a louder wake-up call. You need cleaner endings. You don't need a better morning routine. You need a better exit from today. End tonight with intention instead of chaos. Dangerous people aren't the loud ones, they're the prepared ones. And preparation begins when the world gets quiet, when everyone else is checking out, when you make the choice to set yourself up for tomorrow. The last hour of your day shapes your entire life. Don't waste it scrolling through other people's highlights. Don't waste it replaying mistakes you can't change. End tonight like someone who respects tomorrow. End tonight like someone who has a mission they care about. End tonight like someone who's becoming powerful. You'll feel the difference in the morning, in your mind, in your breath, in your confidence, in your momentum. Everything changes when you take tonight seriously. It's about to make you dangerous.